What did that take? 15 minutes to figure that out, and we're still not even sure, so we had to move locations.
We're gonna figure it out. Let me see if I can connect. Go ahead and tell everybody what happened.
For some reason, they keep turning off our live stream.
It's probably because we're too good. Honestly, they're probably trying to silence us.
Agreed.
Let's see.
Anyways, this is where we talk about DVDs and whatever else, disc media, and a weekly roundup. So that's what we're going to do.
I like it.
Just as soon as I'm sure we're not completely wasting our time.
Yep.
We're mostly wasting our time, but...
Oh, it says we're live. That's better. Yeah, look, we're there.
So what's going on over there that the
In
thing
that
doesn't work?
corner, they got rid of our internet because they know that we do our roundups there. Our weekly roundups.
So what area do you think will be next?
Could be here next. We might not be able to do Laser Brains anymore. If you donate $10 to our Patreon, we will continue to figure out how to do Laser Brains in whatever location will not have
Even
a silence.
Patreon. We could just do Cash App now.
Okay, let's just do Cash App then.
Patreon can kiss my
I
squirrel.
was trying to think what's YouTube, and that's usually...
And I think Patreon is still labeled as Babies Hate Me.
Well, also Patreon...
An improv group that died a horrible death.
It's like a money raiser. I mean, we could do, what's that one called where, like, somebody's house blew up and you can donate money to them or something? GoFundMe. We could do a GoFundMe because we're in distress.
Yeah.
Think about it. I'll take this.
But if you send Cash App, 100% of the profits go to my hair.
Yep. We love it when it goes to your hair.
Should we talk about these physical medias for the week?
Yeah, you got it here?
Well, we all know that it comes in this beautiful ghost trap that's catching movies.
Uh-oh.
And it's got wheels.
So it spends the whole week collecting movies for us to talk about. That's nice.
So, go ahead and pull the first one and tell us, what are we talking about?
Okay, I will do this one. Risky Business.
Ooh, Risky Business. Anybody heard of that?
I'm gonna do no glare. I know it's the one where he gets in his socks and underwear and...
That's what everybody knows about it.
He slides up.
Have you seen that movie?
No, I have not.
Okay, so
I know the clip.
Why it's important is... I think it was around that time of Fast Times at Ridgemount High. It's a teen movie where the parents go away, and then of course there's a party and all kinds of nonsense, and he starts his own business.
Okay.
That's why it's called Risky Business.
Oh, it's a business.
I believe that's a 4K, so it's going to look crisp.
Is it a 4K?
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it doesn't look. It feels like a disc, but I believe you.
I don't think it's 4K. Doesn't it say Ultra?
Doesn't say it anywhere.
I might have got ripped
Tom
off.
Cruise, Rebecca De Mornay.
Ever hear him?
I heard of it.
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to name something. Yeah, 4K. You just got to look on the fine print on the back.
All right.
Feels like a DVD.
We'll try to find a 4K player and then we'll watch it.
Okay.
So that's basically what it is. Kid starts his own business in high school, but it's risky.
Uh-oh.
And Rebecca De Mornay, she's probably most famous for The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, where she has that fit in the bathroom, starts kicking stuff.
Never heard of it.
Okay, well, that was a big one. He also has Bronson Pinchot, which you would have seen in that Second Sight movie with John Larroquette, where he sort of saw the future or something. Remember, he had big long hair and he was kind of a guru outfit and acted like a retard?
No.
Well, we watched it. Well, I know you were there.
You're describing something to me. I feel like you're on a different
planet. You hear
planet.
Balky from Perfect Strangers? He was on TV for years.
Don't know that either.
All right. How about Surge from Beverly Hills Cop?
I fell asleep during that movie.
All right, okay.
Surge is like a drink.
So you're definitely not Bronson Pinchot material.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, how about this? Booger is also in this movie.
He's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Booger's in this movie. He's in Revenge of the Nerds. He's into an all-time classic, Better Off Dead.
I haven't seen Revenge of the Nerds in many, many, many years.
Moonlighting.
I like Moonlighting.
And he was on Supernatural for a long time too.
I didn't watch Supernatural.
All right, well, Booger,
Booger.
wherever you are, Booger, we love you. I think I saw him at Comic-Con give a dissertation.
Very nice.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was going to be there. That Stan Lee was there, and everybody was like, "Oh, Stan Lee, Stan Lee." I walked in way late, and then as soon as Stan Lee left, they all booked out of there. And then there was Booger. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather see Booger.
Yeah.
I sat there and wanted Booger.
That's a statement.
So Risky Business. Give it a try. I think that just came out, by the way, or it's not out yet. That may not even be out yet. Let me see that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this I think it's not even out yet. It's the Criterion 4K. I believe that comes out Tuesday, but what do I know?
Well, how did you get it then?
Barnes & Noble simultaneously, if this came out early, simultaneously rewarded me and fucked me in the same week.
You ready to talk about why?
Yes.
Peepin' Tom.
Well, they did. That's a 4K, so that's good.
Okay.
Was able
I'm
to
gonna
get
save
that.
it for last because I feel like it's exciting.
All right, take it easy.
Okay.
This is the end of the Criterion sale that they do, so it was time to get anything you wanted. I have not seen Peeping Tom, but I heard a lot of scuttlebutt.
British
the scuttlebutt,
cinema.
scuttlebutt. You know that song?
I do. I actually might be interested in seeing this.
Manuel Carmen Miranda.
I'm looking at the back. Katie loves Manuel Carmen Miranda.
That's why I said scuttlebutt.
Yeah.
When I heard what that movie is about, and I'm not going to tell you, because again, I like to go in cold as possible. You love to read the back and spoil it.
I just read the back.
Go ahead, tell them what is the, without giving anything away, tell them what the hook is.
I don't know.
Well, the hook is he kills people, but has a camera on him and makes them watch as he kills them.
Oh, so it's Peeping Tom. We're the Peeping Tom?
He is. He must peep in windows or something, kidnap and kill.
Well, we're the ones watching him kill people on camera.
Well, you're smarter than I am. Maybe that's why they did it.
I think that could be a Peeping Tom thing. Like, we're not supposed to see this, but we are.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I'm not going to know until I see it.
That's
but
my interpretation.
I got it on the Criterion sale, so there it is.
You saying that aliens are human babies or whatever, that's your theory, and this is my theory. Okay. I haven't seen the movie. We should probably watch it and it might become more clear.
Can do. If Katie would ever get off of reruns of Apprentice, we could watch that.
Exactly. Well, looks pretty good. I'm interested in this, and I'm not interested in a lot of things.
Oh.
I'm not. Well, just from reading the back, I think it looks like it could be fun.
Okay.
I don't know. It looks like maybe a psychological thriller.
Probably a precursor to movies like Friday the 13th and Halloween, but...
So horror?
At least very disturbing, anyway.
That sounds like psychological horror. So everything you fought me against.
I mean, the guy's acting like a real jerk. It's one thing to kill somebody, but make them watch themselves get died on a camera? Somewhere there? Sure. What did you say?
Are you ready for how you got screwed?
Yeah, this is how I got screwed. So I'll tell the story quickly.
Okay.
I ordered this stuff online, but they wouldn't send it. It was out of stock online, whatever the hell that means.
Okay.
But if you ordered it and then drive a half hour away to the last Barnes & Noble in the universe,
there's a couple.
You could pick it up. And even as I was doing it, I thought, boy, this is a bad idea. I should just go over there and pick it up. But, I hate everything about that store, and the people in it are the worst. I get there, and...
You get there?
Yeah, I drove there.
You did?
I went there on, I don't remember the day. I think it was Friday or Thursday. I think it must have been last Thursday. I go there. It's 11 a.m. I go up to the counter. I said, where do I pick up online orders? They go, here, what's your name? All fucking confused, walking around there looking in their pile. Are you sure your name isn't Moriarty? Like, no.
I'm
pretty sure. Here's my ID. She's looking in the computer. Oh, this hasn't been picked yet.
Did you need a confirmation email?
Oh, well, who cares? There's literally, when I went into the store, I looked at the rack before I went up to the counter. Everything was right there. Even the dumbest among us could walk over there and grab them and say, here's your shit. Wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Said the picker doesn't come in till noon.
They couldn't do it for you?
She wouldn't walk 10 feet over there and pick up the disc. So, all right. I was boiling. So I decided I just better leave. Who
Mhm.
cares? So I left, and then what happened yesterday,
Yesterday,
which was Saturday?
I was gonna be around the Barnes and Noble.
Hmm.
So you're like, hey, could you go pick up my order for me?
I remember that.
The original order that he wanted, that they couldn't pick.
Peeping Tom 4K, and did you show everybody what that was?
No, because you said you wanted to tell your story first.
Okay.
Uh, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid.
Yeah, show them. Give them a good look there. They love it. There it is.
So I went to go pick it up. By the way, did I tell you it was pouring rain? It started
You're not gonna give me the old "it's pouring rain" bit, are you?
as soon as I got to the Barnes and Noble. It was pouring rain
Okay.
because it was fine the whole day, and then out of nowhere it happened.
Now tell me, was it raining inside the Barnes and Noble or outside?
I still had to get to the Barnes and Noble.
Okay.
I had to get out of the car and I had to make a dash for the door.
Okay. DoorDash, get it?
Get it. And then I went in there and I waited in a very long line.
Really?
There was a couple people in front of me.
Yeah,
And
they are slow too. Listen, time is frozen in there. You know, there are book people and there are movie people, and book people are on a different page.
Well, they had a bunch of kids with them.
Get it?
And the kids were knocking stuff over.
'cause
They
kids
had
hate books.
toys and
That is the most unfun store for kids.
there's a kid section and there's a toy section. So
Yeah, oh, they're great toys.
and they had a bunch of
Oh,
toys.
the learning toys, yeah.
They had a bunch of toys.
Yeah.
Well,
Learning
when was
toys
the
are
last
great.
time you've been in a Barnes and Noble and looked around?
I was there
Did
Thursday.
you look around?
They moved where they usually have the disc, so it did take me a little time to find them.
Okay.
But I've seen that section to get like the
I was looking
move
around.
the colored block here, and then move it over here, and then everybody fall asleep.
They said they had vinyls, and I looked around and I saw maybe like 3.
Yeah.
That was about it. And I had just been to another Barnes and Noble, different occasion, and I got to pick through about 1,000,000 great records. So.
Well, if they didn't have a Criterion 50% off
You wouldn't have been there.
day, I would just never go in there.
Meanwhile, the other Barnes and Noble that had all the good records, they had like no Blu-rays, no disc or anything. You told me to go take a peek, and I'm like, where? It's not even here.
Well, then you can tell why that chain is in trouble. When it's miserable to go in there. Same with Best Buy. They would have exclusive Blu-rays and 4Ks and steelbooks at a cheap price. They've removed all of the physical media from their store. I wouldn't. You couldn't get me in a Best Buy
It's
or
not,
a Target now. Target did the same thing.
I have funds at a Barnes and Noble, except every time I pick up a book that looks good, it's triple the price I want to pay.
That's the other problem. You just go on Amazon and get it.
I
And you
don't
don't
like
leave your
that.
house.
Because I went to Books A Million, which is like the knockoff version, and there was a copy of The Great Gatsby. And
How many books do they have?
They had a lot of books. It was a bookstore.
1,000,000?
Close.
Okay.
Well, I picked up The Great Gatsby, like a paperback. It was like $6. I'm like, okay, I'd pay you that. But I don't really read, but I need to see that one.
Pretty tight with $1 too.
Yeah, that's true. I was low on funds. And I went to the Barnes & Noble and I picked up almost the same copy. It was a paperback, same cover and everything. It was like $30 for a paperback. And I was like, I'm good, actually.
Yeah.
If I wouldn't pay the $7 or $8 for it, I'm not paying the $30.
Listen, someone I really look up to
Mm-hmm.
and sort of patterned my life after once said, it's a quote, read more book.
Yeah, that's good.
That's what was said. And I try to keep that in mind.
I try to read more book.
Read more book.
I get tired. You know how
Yes.
I'd rather watch physical media than read.
Well, the funny part too is when you read a book, almost always better, but you have to sit there and read the damn thing.
You gotta put your brain on.
And I need silence and time to read a book. And I just don't have it.
Don't have it. I tried.
I like to put it on the TV and then just go,
That's great.
oh, socks. slide on floor.
I like it when Billy the Kid comes on screen.
So that's a big deal, Billy the Kid and Pat Garrett, because it's a new 4K transfer and it's got the director's cut. Apparently, the theatrical cut was butchered and Real Vision, approved by the director, is in there. But what happened?
I picked up the movies and everything looked fine. They both looked about the same. Would you also get Peeping Tom? If you look, these look almost identical. And once again, I didn't even tell that this was a 4K unless I looked at the fine print on the back. It's like on the right and smaller. But usually I see it like on the front, or like there's a seal up here that says 4K Ultra or something.
You're talking about like a slipcover.
Yeah.
Criterion doesn't do that.
Well, sometimes I see that. These look almost identical.
But they do have a big sticker in the corner.
Yeah. Billy the Kid is not a 4K. They paid for a 4K.
The special guy that comes in and the only one who can touch him
picked the wrong movie.
Picked the wrong movie. So not only is he late, he's stupid.
Yep. And if you look on the back here, well, I can see what he did. He's like, is this the 4K? Oh, 4K digital restoration. All right, that's the one. That's probably what he did.
This wasn't some mouth breather. This was the guy. The only guy authorized to pick.
And if you look in the corner section, the same as this one, it says Blu-ray.
It was a Blu-ray. So I paid for the 4K, which is more, and got the Blu-ray.
Yep.
And now I'm stuck with it.
Yep.
Because I can't make myself go back into that store.
And if I'd have known, I would have been looking out for you. But
I should also mention too that the last time I was in there, please sign up for our rewards program. It's free and you get points.
They did have me. They used your rewards or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
The rewards card. I fucking got my name wrong.
Yeah.
So every time they call me by the wrong name, it was entered in there.
Yep.
Fab.
So
Barnes & Noble, thank you for having a 50% off sale and being sold out online, whatever that means, and making me go into the physical store so I could bend over. Thank you.
That's all you got? That's everything that's
Well, listen, when you're bent over, that's all you need.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying that's your physical media.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it was this was it. Those three. The Tom Cruise one is the one I'm most interested in, but I may change that assessment if I see the other two. I'm very interested in that director's cut.
Me too.
Of
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid.
Yep.
Pat Garrett, Billy the Kid.
I think it's still on here, right?
Remember we saw a couple months ago, we saw Young Guns 4K, which that was a pretty good transfer, right?
Young Guns?
Yeah, remember they were Billy the Kid and they...
was I there?
Yeah, you watched it.
I did.
It was a guy who was kind of aimless. He meets this guy who takes care of him all of a sudden. This guy takes in boys to work on the ranch, and everybody has to behave and be a better person. They watch the guy get killed. They all get pissed and then start running around the countryside killing people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You said this is a few weeks ago?
Maybe a month or two.
I have no recollection of what you're talking about.
Okay. You might want to go see a doctor.
I think you need to see a doctor because I don't think I was there.
You were there.
You don't think I remember
Listen,
that?
when you're there, I can smell you. So I knew you were there.
Well, you always get really confused. I'm like gone for a few weeks and you're like, hey, I thought you were in your room.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for the week. Not much, but we can talk about what we're going to do, which is spotlighting films you may not remember or know, but certainly are worth a look.
Like we did last week.
I think we explained it. It's not, Top Gun is not in here.
Yeah.
Barbie's not in here.
And these are just like maybe smaller movies-ish.
Bad Boys, Ride or Die. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
Or I think Deadpool Wolverine.
That just came out.
Yeah, it made like $480 million in a couple days.
Heard it was good.
There's a lot of change.
People like Deadpool. Yeah. I like Deadpool. I just not a big Wolverine guy, but I'd probably see it.
Well, you seem like a Wolverine guy, but we'll see. So let's do our honorable mentions. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Go ahead. Show the people what is a movie they absolutely are not thinking about but should see.
Can I tell a little bit of a story?
As much as you want.
Little bit
We
of
got
a
nothing
story.
but time.
So one day I'm sitting on my little chair, and we had. Is this when we had like Movie Pass or whatever the Regal one was?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they were just like, you want to go see the Menu, and I'm like, you guys. I'm maybe sitting here like, huh? Like, what does that entail?
The only thing I
didn't-
saw was the poster. I
I
saw the guy who was in it and a poster, and I went, I want to see that.
I looked up the description because before I want to go to a movie and a bunch of money for a ticket, I want to see if I'm at least vaguely interested.
Yeah, I think that ticket was like $14.
So I'm looking and I'm like, it looks like it could be like I don't know. It just didn't seem like my kind of movie, but I'm like, you know what? I'm bored. Let's go.
You already said the title, so you might as well show the people.
It's the Menu.
Get in there real close so they can see it.
The Menu.
I think that's the key art that I saw, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to go see that.
So we went to the movie theater and saw it, and it's one of my favorite movies now. I'd say top 10.
By the way, I don't think there's a 4K of that.
Yeah,
This
because
is Blu-ray.
it kind of flew under the radar. Meanwhile, some of my friends went and saw it,
Mhm.
so it's like,
What did they say?
they said they loved it. Do you want to? The general consensus, it was when I saw other people talking about this movie, they basically described it with no spoilers
Mm-hmm.
as if Gordon Ramsay,
That's exactly what that poster looks like.
if Gordon Ramsay lost a screw. That's what I've heard the movie described as.
When you say lost a screw, you mean
Lost his marbles,
Right.
screw loose.
he went a little crazy.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. And of course, I'm interested in that, but I never heard it described like that. I didn't see this movie at all. Nothing. You saw the poster. I
Mhm.
didn't even see that. I had to look it up when you guys mentioned it, and then I went and saw it. One of my top 10 ever. I think that's a.
I would agree. Not only would I agree with that, but I don't know if it hits the top 10
Mm-hmm.
because I've seen way more films than you have. It might,
Yeah.
but definitely the best movie I saw that year.
Mm-hmm.
And that is in spite of the movie theater we went to.
Mm-hmm.
You get in there, they are slow,
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a main chain. It was a
It's
one-off.
expensive,
Yeah, because it's a one-off.
and you go in and there's mashed potatoes on the screen.
Yeah,
Somebody smuggled in mashed potatoes
and threw it at the screen.
and then threw it at the
they were
screen.
probably into the movie.
And then the people that work there went, "Oh, well, I mean, that's not a problem. What's
yeah,
the problem?
well, it's the menu.
We watch for
Food.
free. We're not paying $14 a ticket."
Food.
I didn't even think of that.
It makes sense.
Maybe they were doing a whole immersion thing.
Yeah, maybe it was like those seats that rumble, except maybe a little bit different.
Okay. So thank you, movie theater I will not name.
This is funny.
I don't think we've been back since, right?
No. We haven't. We've been going to the main chain.
Yeah.
This movie's funny.
And
But in
do
like
you
a
know,
dry way.
I couldn't even tell you the last movie I saw in the theater. I think it was
Ghostbusters?
that's right.
Yeah.
But
that
you
was
gave
the
me a free ticket, so I didn't pay for that.
Yeah. I snagged a free ticket. I had already went and saw it for full price.
Sorry about that.
And got you this thing to catch us movies.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. They didn't even fill it with popcorn.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the last movie I went and saw as well.
So I did, and the crowd that I went to, it was a college thing, right?
Yep.
Everybody was well-mannered and behaved, and I got to salute the college.
See?
The opposite. So the last movie I'd seen before that was
Mhm.
Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew there was going to be a lot of nonsense to that movie, so I waited a month before I went to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Get in there. Movie starts. Two idiots walk in.
Mm-hmm.
I like to sit in the back, so they're already looking over. I can see them looking over like they want to sit by me, but that place you have to assign seats.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking, they're like, oh, clearly these people do not. That's a thing in that theater where
Mhm.
people come in, they clearly didn't buy a ticket because they
Mhm.
seat jump. Same thing when you do at a baseball game.
Yep.
You get in and then you
You
immediately
switch
go to
spots.
the $500 seats.
Yep.
So they went opposite me on the side. Those two idiots played on their phone they're not here to see the movie. I don't know
Mhm.
why they're in the theater. They don't care and they want to play on their phone. They're
Mhm.
playing with their phone the entire movie, and that's a long movie. Then about 15 or 20 minutes left in the movie, they start jumping around.
Mhm.
One of the idiots has dropped his phone behind the chairs and can't
Mhm.
get it. So now they're moving furniture
Okay.
to get their stuff and
Mhm.
making it's just, and that's the last theater I went to other than when you gave me that free ticket, and
Yep.
this is a different theater way on the other side of the state.
And yeah, you never been to the theater where I live.
It's a nice theater,
It's
and
nice.
it that's a very busy theater.
Yeah, because it's the only one within the surrounding
Is
area.
that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that place is busy.
That's like one of the few things you can do in that town is go to the movie theater, and that's it. And
What are you talking about? The few that place has everything.
you mean food? I mean
Well,
stuff to do.
that's a good start.
You mean stuff to do?
Stuff to do. Well, I mean they've got
Go see a
15 or
movie.
20 flea markets.
Well, yeah, people who live there. They've seen the flea markets, and
I noticed they had a pretty good rotation. I don't know.
mm,
You got Old Town, you got the college, you got Sam's Club. That's fun.
Sam's Club is not stuff to do. It's
Sure it
grocery
is.
store.
Well, like, what do you want to do?
Go see a movie.
What else would you do?
Um, they have a trampoline park there. I
Okay,
heard.
I would never do that.
Yeah. Well, you're not my age.
Well, I don't need a broken leg. I'm not interested.
I'm interested. I got a broken leg riding a bike, so
Okay.
that's the one time I tried to have fun.
See if we'll get you one of those helmets.
Okay.
You got way more happening in your city than mine.
Well, yeah, you're in a small town.
Very small.
Yeah, but that's one of the few things you can do. We have bowling, but it's
We don't have that.
It is $1,000 unless you go at like midnight.
I don't know what bowling used to be something you could do for 75 cents or a dollar.
I spent over $40 for 2 games.
Well, one day they decided we're going to cash rape everybody.
Mhm.
I went to the theater that usually cost me a dollar or two.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, the bill was as high as you're talking about. I'm going, what? And the guys go, oh yeah, well, we were just bought out. But there's coupons
Oh.
online. I'm like, fuck your coupons online. Goodbye.
Mhm.
Never again did I go back. And it's
Been a
got to
couple
be at
years.
least 15 years now.
I wanted to go, but just because I wanted to see, because it looked like a fun bowling alley. You have to go like super late at night on a specific day to get like 25-cent games, which is worth it.
Right. But
But-
then the problem is all the riffraff come out.
But the Gen Pop, the general time you're out there, it's about $1 million to go bowling.
Well, the other thing is those bowling alleys live and die by their leagues,
Yep.
and they really cater to their leagues.
Mhm. I might take that. Go ahead and talk about your movie.
Okay, so looks like we got to go. Here's my movie, and this is a cheese ball. 1980s. It's called Modern Girls, and you probably never heard of it. And people will tell you that it's not good. This is a hard to find Blu-ray, by the way. There's another Kino Lorber. Modern Girls. I used to have this original poster. I don't know what happened to it, but there it is.
I remember that.
That movie is, it has a great premise. These young girls, I'm going to say mid-20s,
Mhm.
kind of aimless. They all have shitty jobs. They want to go out and party
Mhm.
in Los Angeles. That's where they live, Los Angeles. Go out and party. And this one chick works at a pet store.
Mhm.
And apparently she's smoking hot because dudes just show up there and buy all kinds of pets just to talk to her and get
Mhm.
dates. And when they buy something, she goes ahead and gives them their number and makes dates.
Mm.
So she'll have 10 or 15 a night.
Mhm.
She just doesn't keep the dates.
Yeah.
So this kind of schmelvin shows up
Mhm.
looking for her for the date. She's already gone because she's in love with a Richard Blade type character. You probably don't know who Richard Blade is, but he was
Sounds
a
familiar.
famous DJ.
Mhm.
This guy clearly is modeled after Richard Blade.
Mhm.
He goes around to clubs and spins records. The doofus guy goes with the other two girls to go find this chick
Mhm.
because they don't have a car and he's got a car. And they're like, we need a car to get around.
Mhm.
But where it's funny is in the same movie, there's a character that is clearly Billy Idol,
Mhm.
which is a rock star. You probably heard of Billy Idol, right?
Heard of him?
Okay, so this guy's clearly supposed to be Billy Idol, sort of, played by the same actor, the Schmo and the Billy Idol character, and then you get so you can just tell how funny that is right there. The guy does a great job of making you believe he's Billy Idol and making you believe he's a Schmo. And then it's just fun.
It's a fun movie.
You like to laugh?
I like fun. I've never seen that movie. How come we haven't watched it?
Well, I'm happy to show it to you.
I'm
You like
ready.
good music?
I do like good music.
It's got good music. Ever heard of Depeche Mode?
I have.
Boom, they're in there.
Love it. That's all you got?
Give it a try.
Okay.
Probably never heard of it, but it's fantastic.
That's your
All
big
right,
song?
this is it for us today. Oh, so many technical
no.
difficulties, but I hope you learned something today
I
because
gotta
that's
go to
really
bed.
what we're here for. To
Oh,
let you learn. And we're going to say goodbye, okay? And you
Really?
can always still ask your questions or comment. Maybe you've seen these films and you think it's fabulous. Maybe you want to come here and watch the movie with us.
no. You're gonna get murdered.
Listen, I've had a nice life.
Okay.
Murder. Hopefully, if the guy murders me, he'll be filming it and I can watch it in the TV as he kills me.
There you go. That's a
Peeping Tom, get it?
positive attitude.
All right, tell the people goodbye
Bye.
and then clip the cord.
I'm coming up to do it. And this time there's gonna be no problems.